Chair of the Hopkinton Select Board. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the actions taken at the September 13th Hopkinton Select Board meeting. So to start with, we approved our consent agenda, approving the minutes for August 2nd and August 18th. We accepted some generous donations, $15,000 from the New England Laborers Training Trust Fund to the town, $100 from the Trails Club to the library, $5,000 from the Friends of the Hopkinton Senior Citizens to the Hopkinton Senior Center for EMT emergency transportation. And then a very generous $55,000 also from the Friends of the Hopkinton Senior Citizens to the Hopkinton Senior Center for the purchase of a van and associated transportation costs. So that's really generous and very valuable to the residents who need transportation. We appointed John Pollock as a constable to the town. Hopkinton has 3 elected constables as well as 3 appointed constables, so he's one of our appointed constables. We approved a parade permit for the Michael's Run 5K and Walk, which will be October 15th at 10 a.m., and it will be start and end at the town common. We appointed a new Board of the Library Trustees member to replace Mina Koshuk, who moved out of town recently, so we are sad to see her go, but we appointed Warren Carter, who has served on a library board of trustees in another town where he used to live before, so it sounds like he'll be a great addition to the board. Then we had two public hearings on pole relocation from Verizon and Eversource. One is near Lincoln Street, and one is on Elm Street for the new gas station, and they're just removing one pole and they're adding a new pole and removing another one. They're moving the wires from one to the other. So it should not be too disruptive. There will be no double poles. We were supposed to have a planning board appointment meeting, a joint meeting with the planning board to replace David Paul, who recently moved. But we had to postpone that. I think we hadn't properly posted that. So we will do that at our next meeting on the 20th. We had some employee recognitions. We had 2 longtime employees from the DPW, or one from the DPW and one firefighter who retired. So Jamie Stewart, who was a heavy equipment operator for the DPW, who retired in August after 36 years, which is amazing. And Michael Prescott, who was a firefighter who retired also in August 2022 after 31 years with the town. So we like to thank them for their work for the town and hope they really enjoy their retirement. Then we had the fire chief introduced us to a new employee, it's not a new employee, but a new position for John Krause, who's going to be the training lieutenant for the fire department. So we met and congratulated him on that. Sounds like a good position. And then we also confirmed the town manager's appointment of 3 new DPW employees. Stephen Freiberg, who's coming to be a mechanic, who's well experienced. And then Brendan O'Leary and Colin Berry, who are current employees but are being promoted to a working 4-person role, which means there are other openings for their current positions. So there's some, if anyone is interested in applying, those would be available on the town website. For Huckleberry Road, we approved the installation of stop signs at both ends of the road, which was a request of the residents, and the DPW and Public Safety thought that would be a good idea as well. Then we made some appointments to boards and committees. So for the Upper Charles Trail Committee, there were 3 applicants, and we chose to appoint Jamie Wonka to the Upper Charles Trail Committee as an alternate member. She has experience on other committees in town, so she seemed like she'd be a good fit. Sustainable Green Committee, there were 2 openings and 2 people that applied, so that was great. We appointed Mary Beth Lavoie and Alice Potapov. And then Personnel Committee, the applicant actually withdrew his application, so we did not appoint to Personnel Committee. Hopkinton Cultural Council, there was 1 vacancy but 2 applicants. So we applied Mary J. Benning, but we were not able to appoint everyone. So anybody who did not get appointed this week, there are other openings you can apply for, or you can wait, and usually additional openings come up throughout the year or next May. So we hope to find a spot on a committee for everybody who applies for something. Maybe it's not their first choice, but we'd like to find a way for them to volunteer. Then we had a report from the town's finance office. Let's see, it was the town's 2022 Q4 deposit and investment report. And that is also available on the town website. It's a lot of numbers, and he went over it at the meeting, Chris Heyman. But if you have any questions, you want to read through the numbers, feel free to do that on the town finance website, section of the website. Then we had a report from the town manager on the Main Street Corridor project update. That's pretty detailed, and you can read it in the packet. So far, still on schedule, and for everyone who does not know, the completion date is October of 2023. But they do hope to have the sidewalks in much better condition before they finish work for the winter, which they usually finish in November, December, depending on how cold it is. But the sidewalk should all be usable by then, so we won't be lacking sidewalks in the winter. We had an update on the PFAS. They continue to be working on the interim solution there. I guess it's a short-term solution there. We're installing filtration vessels on the well that has the issue with the PFAS. And so that's supposed to be done in spring of 2023. And they're working as hard as they can and getting all the permits done in advance, but it takes a while to get all the supplies and get everything coordinated. Also, the town manager continues to work on the MWRA connection, which is not a done deal, but they're working through it with the town of Southborough where we connect through. And then, of course, there'll be more times for the public to comment, and public will have to decide if they want to fund that or not. It's an expensive project, but it would bring us a lot of good, clean water. And then the town manager talked about the town budget survey that he has put out. He's already had 200 responses. The town manager and Ben Sweeney put that together for us. And anyway, it's really good. Please give your feedback. It's just a quick survey. It takes about 5 minutes, but it helps us know that we're prioritizing the budget items that the town is most interested in. We did have an update that we're going to have an all-hands meeting in November. I believe it's November 2nd, and anyone who serves on any town board or committee is invited to attend that, and the different departments will explain their budgets and their goals for the year, and people kind of understand what's going on and can give feedback. Then also, we didn't have it at this meeting, but the town manager is going to give us some feedback or some updates at the next meeting about the Regional Communications Center idea. We're investigating having a regional dispatch communications center for emergency services with a few other towns, but of course you have to look into that carefully to make sure that would be a good fit for us and the other towns, so that's not a done deal yet either. And for liaison roles, we mentioned that Hopkins Family Day is this Saturday, September 17th from 2 to 9 p.m. That the weather looks like it's going to be good. It's a nice, fun event. There'll be games, music, and a dunk tank with our own Shahidul Manan will be in the dunk tank on Saturday. There'll be food trucks all afternoon through 8 p.m. And then around 8 p.m. the fireworks will begin, when it starts to get dark. So come for a part or all of that event if you're interested. It should be a good day. And then Shahidul let us know that the elementary school building committee, who is investigating what to do with the Elmwood School, which is it's too small, doesn't fit as many students as we have now, and it's also getting very old. So they're investigating either renovating or replacing it, and there's different options. They want to hear from the public. So they're having an event on Zoom on Monday, September 19th from 6 to 7:30. So feel free to join that and listen and give your feedback, because this is, it'll be an expensive project whether we renovate or replace. So we want to make sure everybody's feedback is taken into account. And I think that's it for now. We have another meeting next week on September 20th, Tuesday, September 20th. So tune in then as well. Thank you.